Hello everyone, this is Forseti with a Hearthstone Arena video. I'll be playing a warrior today, but before we go in, I'm going to tell something about the strategy that I intend to execute in this draft video. As an example from another draft I played a warlock, and with a warlock I really like to play an aggressive deck with lots of 2-drops. And I had some really good ones like Fairy Dragon and Berserker, and I really enjoy those 2-drops. And it's very good in Warlock because you can keep up the pressure by just tapping into more cards, and that's no problem. As a warrior, you don't have this luxury. So I'll be playing a more controllish style. The weapons are perfectly usable just as remove. I think warrior is one of the best control classes there is. And I'll be focusing on more mid-range threats, so my mana curve will probably peak at 3. That will be the thing I'm aiming for, and I hope to get lots of weapons and stuff. Well, that was a lot of noise to control the game. So let's have a look. Okay, well, Sunwalker fits my control plan, and as a warrior you don't have that many spells, so although Gadgets and Auctioneer would typically be quite good in a control deck, I don't need it right now, and Sunwalker is just what I need, a card to stabilize with, so that's great. I have the decision between a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, which is nice when you can clear the board. If you have a weapon on turn 2, clear the board and play this one on turn 3 and also kill their 3-drop, it's really good. However, I think I prefer Silverhand Knight. This is quite difficult. Argent Squire is okay, but it's mostly good when you can pump it in one or two ways. And as a warrior, you have some nice effects, but most often they deal 1 damage to it, so you lose your Divine Shield. So it's not that powerful. I'm going to take Silverhand Knight. Okay. We are control, but Knife Juggler is really strong. Although Fury Protector is also very good. Angry Chicken, unfortunately, not an option. Giving adjacent minions taunt is really strong, but how many units will I have near the game? And is it stronger than having just a minion that deals 1 to a random enemy? I think Knife Juggler is the pick here. Okay. Lord of the Arena is a really bad Sunwalker, so I won't be picking that. And Strength Thorn Tiger is good. It is a good threat, which you can get back into the game. It's most often it's a 2-for-1, because they can't interact with it early on, and then it already ate one of their guys. And then there's Wolf Rider, which actually is just a removal spell for 3. But it's not really repeatable. I said I wanted to focus on 3. This is hard. Normally I would pick the Strength Thorn Tiger, and I think I'm still going to do that today. I hope to get some weapons, and I think Wolf Rider is quite a decent card, but not strong enough. Okay, I'll pick the Wolf Rider. I need some removal, and more removal. Yay! Arathi Weaponsmith, by the way, is one of the most powerful warrior cards there is, so that's easy. Dread Corsair seems like an okay card, but actually most often just is a very bad bear, the 3/3 defender. I'm happy I didn't pick the 5-drop because I'm going to pick this one. It stabilizes, it's most often quite good, and when you combine it with weapons it's super good, so I enjoy that card. Okay, cheap as removal. Dealing 1 damage can be quite nice sometimes. Corcoran Elite is a bit slow. And when I get other Arathi Weaponsmiths I will pick them. So However, that's a luxury position, of course. Let's think. I think it's Crocodile Elite, just because I don't want Young Dragonhawk or In a Rage. In a Rage, 1 damage is just a little bit... Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's no Soulfire. Okay. These are quite bad cards for us. We can give damaged minions plus a damaged minion. It's not even damaged minions. Else it would be quite good, maybe. +3/+3, which is okay, but I don't really have minions like that. And when I have a Silverhand Knight or a Spiteful Smith, things that can be damaged without dying, I probably am winning or stabilizing already. I think I'll just pick the Frostwolf Grunt. It's a 2-drop. It's a defender. I know it's a bad card, but I don't really need an Archmage in this deck. I already have some 5 and 6 drops, so I'll pick this one. Execute is nice. However, Loot Hoarder also. Loot Hoarder just trades in the early game, and it's never a dead draw, so that's nice. I like Execute with Weaponsmith and Knife Juggler. It's also a good combination. But I think just dropping a 2-drop most of the time is better. Okay, Armorsmith is a really defensive card, and I actually quite like it. It doesn't trade with any of the other 2-drops, and so that's nice. And it most often just gives you 2 life and eventually trades with something. However, Injured Blade Master is really strong, so is Master Swordsmith. However, Master Swordsmith is only good when you already have a foothold, and since I want to play a control-ish game, I'm not really interested in this effect. Injured Blade Master is a good way to gain a foothold, so let's just pick that one. Thorn Warrior is quite a bad card. I think it's worse than just the 3/3 taunt without Enrage. However, Crocolisk is also quite a bad card, and Voodoo Doctor I'm not really happy with. Voodoo Doctor is nice with Injured Blade Master. We have some small synergies, so I might just pick Voodoo Doctor. It is a defensive card. It most often trades with their 2-drop. It is really bad against Mage, Rogue, and Paladin, but well, most often I just keep it in hand as a kind of combat trick, just to heal my dude after combat, and then they have to spend resources into. So when you look at that from that way, I don't think this is a really good card in this deck. I like it more in an aggressive style deck. Although it says heal, it's better in an aggressive deck. So I'll just pick a 2-drop. Another, let's say, removal spell. I really dislike this Leopard now. I understand that when you're playing really aggressive, it's great, but nah. Against most classes, it's a dead card. They just trade with it with their hero power, and yes, you can emphasize on that by playing cards behind it, but that's not really what I'm going to do. I'll just take another removal spell. And another removal spell or a shield block. I quite like shield block. It works really well with the Shield Bash card. I don't know what that name is, but however, I like Bluegill Warrior. It sounds funny, but just dealing 2 for 2 is quite decent most of the times. And when I'm just trying to keep the board clean, this helps. So yeah, I think it's more powerful than Shield Block. And Shield Block can buy some time though. Bluegill Warrior will prevent more damage than Shield Block does, but Shield Block draws a card. However, it costs 3. I think it's hard. I already have 2 Wolf Rider. So okay, I think I need a Bluegill Warrior. I already have 2 Wolf Riders, so I'll be playing my 3-drop. Will be most of the time will be a Wolf Rider or a Blade Master, and I won't be at the time to play Shield Block yet. Oh, they patched this. No, it's a long time ago I played. But they patched this into with 3 or less attack and give it charge. Okay, funny. Ancient Brewmaster is quite good with all the haste guys I have. Abusive Surgeons as well. Warson Commander, my dudes already have charge most of the time, so it's not that good anymore. I like Brew. I think it's nice to have with Arathi Weaponsmith, with the Wolf Riders, with the Knife Juggler and the Bluger Warrior. Yeah, I really enjoy that card. And it's a good card to just get the upper hand with. It beats down for 5, it kills Yeti, which is quite important. Okay, we have another removal spell at 6, but at 6 I just wanted to drop Fetties, so that's not really what I intend to do. This is a good removal spell on 2, so I'll be picking that. Then we have a Mad Bomber, which is nice, I think. Cruel Taskmaster is nice, and Raging Gorgon is nice, but not really what I need. Let's get a sip of drink. Okay. I think in general, having a Mad Bomber is just as good as having a Cruel Taskmaster. However, Mad Bomber has the upside of being able to kill 2 toughness guys at random, so I think it's better. Okay, I've got enough 2-drops already. I won't really need my late game, so having a 4 is good. Yes, this is what I needed. I needed Shield Masters, needed something to stabilize, yes, and another good late game spell. These allow me to really get this upper hand in the late game. Destroy me with an attack 7 or more. That is a just decent card. It has 4 power, which is a lot for a 3-drop, so that's nice. Or this, costs 1 less for each other card in your hand. It's most often just this 8/8 for 8. Which is okay. It goes over the top of many cards, except the Druid cards. However, I think I like the big game answer more. It fits better on my curve. I really need more 3s, and I can grab some other big fatties to finish. Doesn't really matter. +2 is in charge. Not really interested. Okay, I've got a lot of 4-drops right now, and they're all quite good, but having a second Cork on a lead. However, I think this effect is really overcosted. +2 attack and charge for 3. That's really inefficient, and I can't afford that. When you're really aggressive, it's good, but right now it's not. This is a defensive card, however, it just dies to everything, so and doesn't really deal any damage or take anything with. So I'm taking another 4-drop, but I don't really like that. Okay, these are all good cards. I think it's between Execute and Shield Block. I like having unanswer against the big threat of my opponent, and Execute is a good answer most often. Maybe I can just throw a Bluger Warrior against my opponent's 8/8 and then execute it. So I'd like to have 1. Shield Blocker on the other hand is also good, allowing me to, or giving me more time to draw my endgame, which is quite lacking still. But I want to 1-off Execute. Cleave, that's good, and the Stranglethorn Tiger. Okay, so this is one of the late game cards I would like. And this is one of the removal cards I would like. The question is, do I have enough removal in the early game to play without a cleave? I don't think so. I think an aggressive deck will just still own me. Yeah. Okay. I would really like this Stranglethorn Tiger, but I'm checking cleave. Yes. Okay, now I regret I took cleave because this Fairy War just solves all my early game problems. This is one of the strongest cards there is for warriors, so doesn't really compete with the others. Yeah, rewards. I got my Stranglethorn Tiger, so or a War Golem. That could be the other alternative. I have Sunwalker. Okay, Wargorm is quite good. Wargorm is nearly as good as the 8/8 for 8, so I quite like Wargorm. It can give the edge. I've got some things to do at 5. Okay, there is this 6/7 for 6, which is just so much better, but I like Wargorm. I need such a card. I only have 6 cards left. I think I'll just be picking Wargorm. Okay, bad Footman. Spell damage +1. Does it work with... Yeah, it works with Cleave, I think. And it works with... nothing, really. So... I'll just pick a heal trick. Another 4-drop. Another 1-drop. Or a really bad Oracle. Okay, this card is good when you're trying to protect a threat of your own. And for instance, playing an injured Blade Master and having the Shield Bearer in play protects your Blade Master so you can get value out of it. Only I don't really need that sort of effect. I only need to protect myself, but it's really inefficient when you're just soaking, when it says just heal 4. That's not good enough. So I will be taking this Knight. I don't really like it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, this is interesting. Acidic Swampus is just a super card against Rogue and Warrior, and a good card against the other classes. And I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards I really want to cast at 2. However, Arcanite Reaper is Arcanite Reaper. And that's a strong card. The question is, it doesn't stabilize in the early game. It helps in the mid game, it kills Yeti. By the way, Lord Arena is not a pick. But I think I've got enough to do in the end game, or am I wrong? I don't know. It provides you with card advantage. Okay, it's tough, but I think I need Arcanite Reaper. Unfortunately, but I think I do. Then I have 4 or 5s. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. There's another 5 I really like. Now I wish I took the Swamp Ooze. I think this is still the pick. The percentage is such a big problem for your opponents when you resolve it. I already have a Voodoo Doctor, and I think Earth and Ring Farseer and Voodoo Doctor are nearly identical in my deck. They're just a tiny body which provides a little bit of card advantage, but it's not really good. Okay. Well, Argent Commander, hello. Mind Control Tech is not bad at all, but Argent Commander is still a super card. Young Priestess is not really good because I do not really intend on building a board early on, so, and late game it has no effect. And this stabilizes and wins games late game, and this is also a good card though. I might need something on 3. I've got a higher curve than the other deck I showed, I'm more focused on 4 now, but I think my cards as 4 are quite lacking in quality. So only the Brewmaster and the Weaponsmith are really good, and these are, well, okay. But I think I've got enough removal that I won't need the Mind Control tech, so I'll pick the Commander. And let's see how this works.